Thanks, Luke. Feeling flattered. Anyway, so yeah, indeed, in this institute, we have coined this idea of merging in natural and artificial intelligence. And this is because they could be, they have a sort of mutual inspiration. This is what we do in this particular institute, but in general, I think it's a very good program to understand, because artificial is not just as such, but should liaise with our world. No? So I start with this is more or less the basics of what we do in artificial intelligence. So the quote from Wittgenstein is about having something which is unique, but also a pattern at the same time. And so sometimes we move to the pattern side, trying to schematize and getting things done in a way that is neat enough or that catches a lot of instances in our data or in the world. On the other hand, each instance that we have, not only in natural language, but in general in our communication, but even in data, is very specific. Sometimes so specific that you can't even replace it, like Wittgenstein tells us. And so you have this sort of bar that moves one side or the other. Now, if it moves on, but it's not. Okay. So I will summarize this so you at least, even because this presentation is a work in progress that started 3 years ago when GPT-3 appeared, and the ICAART European Conference on Artificial Intelligence asked me to make a talk about that. And I said, okay, let's talk about grounding. That probably is not something that, this is quite basic. Now, I expected everyone to say, okay, come on, we know about this stuff. And on the contrary, they were saying, oh, we didn't consider this grounding because it was a very old-fashioned AI talk. But it's actually very, very contemporary. And then I kept giving this lecture in multiple ways, and I update these. So you will see that I will skip parts, etc., because it's sort of environment and neighborhood in which we try to. But this is the summary of what I'm saying. So firstly, we have discussed this morning in the panel that the last breed of AI is very powerful. And I say very powerful as an assistant using one modality especially. So either it processes characters, subwords, and create these super large language models, or with pixels that produces images, creative images, or with sound samples, or with voxels, even with brain. But basically, all these technologies use one workflow, reactive generation. Okay? While humans are also proactive, or humans sometimes don't just make generation. Sometimes